I promised you Berlin, Joseph. Did you doubt me?
If I did, I would kill you.
How better to show you my love than to give you a city for your birthday?
I could think of a few possibilities. Yeah. What?
Some things you are not cleared to see. Come, we are late for the briefing.
What is so important you interrupt a private briefing, Gradenko? You waste our time with magic shows?
This is Elba Island. Reconnaissance detected an Allied transport landing. Our agents went there, saw this, shot the videotape, and then nothing. It hadn't moved. We would have caught them. It simply disappeared.
Show me again. It's impossible. Whole units. I must know what can do this, Nadia. If it is a weapon, I must have it.
It could prove a formidable companion to our Iron Curtain project.
Iron Curtain?
You don't need to know about this, Comrade Kukov. Do we control Elba Island?
The area's resistance continues to offer the Allies support, but we have been dealing with these...
No excuses, comrade. We need that island. No, Gradenko. You stay. Send the captain to handle this.
Use our subs to keep more Allied units from landing and eliminate our enemies from the island.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Training.
Ready and waiting,
Unit
yes sir.
ready. Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes sir, affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes
Ready
sir,
and
very
waiting.
well. At once. Very well, at once.
Our base is
Yes
under
sir.
attack. Preparing.
Yes sir, agreed.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Agreed. At once. Agreed. Very well.
Construction
Agreed.
complete.
Affirmative. At once. Very well. Very well.
New construction options. Building.
Acknowledged. Very well. At once. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Yes sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes sir. Very well. Agreed. Acknowledged. Agreed. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. At once.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Reporting. At once. Yes, reporting. Very well. Reporting. Affirmative. At once. Reporting. Very well. At once.
New construction options. Low power.
Reporting.
Building.
Very well.
Silos.
Agreed.
needed.
Affirmative.
Silos needed. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Agreed. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Of course.
Unit lost.
At once. Of course.
Unit lost.
Very well. Agreed. Agreed. At once. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Building. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Our base is under
Yes, sir.
attack.
Acknowledged.
Preparing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Agreed. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative.
Building. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Reporting.
Building.
Yes, sir. Vehicle acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Waiting order. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade. Affirmative.
Building. Building. Construction complete.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders.
Base is under
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Repairing. Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Our
Acknowledged.
base is under attack.
Reporting.
Repairing.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Agreed. Affirmative.
New construction options.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready. Our base is under attack.
Affirmative.
Building. Silos
Affirmative.
needed.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Awaiting orders.
New construction
Vehicle report.
options. Repairing. Select target. Unit repaired.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Vehicle
repaired.
reported. Affirmative.
Building. Repairing. Unit repaired.
Report. Affirmative. Comrade. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. Repairing. Unit
Yes, sir.
repaired.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Spy plane
Vehicle
ready.
reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. On hold. Cancel.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Repair.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Waiting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Comrade. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Vehicle
repaired.
reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack. Spy plane ready. Repairing.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Silos needed. Building. Cancel. Unit ready. Building. Repairing. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Unit repaired.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit ready. Reinforcements have arrived. Select target.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Waiting orders. Affirmative.
Building.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Unit
Vehicle
ready.
acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Spy plane ready. Building.
Report. Affirmative. Very well.
Unit ready. Repairing. Unit repaired.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. At once. Of course. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Very well. Agreed. Reporting. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Very well.
Unit repaired.
Reporting. Affirmative. Very well. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Ready at once. Yes, sir. Of course.
Unit
Yes,
lost.
sir. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Agreed.
Naval unit lost. Naval unit lost. Unit
Yes, sir.
ready. Naval unit lost. Unit lost. Naval unit lost.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Report. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Preparing.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Building. Building.
Waiting affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Wait, very well. Affirmative. Of course. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
At once. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Agreed.
lost.
Of course. Waiting yes, orders. At once. Agreed. At once.
Building. Unit lost.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Building.
Report. Agreed.
Building. Preparing. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Building. Preparing. Unit prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Preparing.
Yes, sir.
Unit repaired. Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative.
New construction options.
Yes, sir. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Reporting. Of course.
Affirmative.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Comrade. Affirmative. 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 Comrade. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Unit lost. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yeah.
Unit lost.
Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Comrade.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have
Acknowledged.
arrived. Select target. Unit lost.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Waiting order.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Very well. At once. At once. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Report. Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Of course. Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Of course. At once. Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative. Of course. At once.
Waiting order.
At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Spy
Affirmative.
plane ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well.
Building.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Waiting. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Report affirmative. Very well. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes,
Unit
sir.
repaired.
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Repairing. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit repaired.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Unit repaired. Unit ready.
Waiting
Yes, sir.
order.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Building. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Ready and wait. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Very well.
Unit
At once.
ready. Building.
No problem. Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Very well. Acknowledged. Report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building. On hold. Cancel.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Spy plane.
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting affirmative.
Reporting. Comrade. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Ready and waiting.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
Acknowledged. 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 Comrade, acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Building. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. At once. Very well. Affirmative. At once.
Our base is
At
under
once.
attack.
Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Select target. Reinforcements have
Awaiting
arrived.
affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Agreed.
Comrade. Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. At once.
Reporting.
Ready and waiting. Orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Ready and
Yes,
waiting.
sir. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Comrade, acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Comrade.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Reporting.
Building. Select target.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Unit
Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready. Unit lost.
Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target. Select target.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Training.
Reporting.
Unit ready. Training.
Acknowledge.
Unit ready. Training.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready. Select target.
Awaiting orders.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, affirmative.
Repairing.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Yes, affirmative. Affirmative.
Repair.
Yes, affirmative. Engineering.
New construction options. Unit repaired.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Building. Spy plane
Yes,
ready.
affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Naval unit lost.
Waiting acknowledged.
Repairing.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Comrade. Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Vehicle reporting.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting acknowledged. Comrade. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
repaired.
Affirmative.
Construction
Yes,
complete.
affirmative. Very well.
Select target. Reinforcements
Reporting.
Yes,
have
sir.
arrived.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Very well.
Repairing.
Very well. Affirmative.
Unit repaired.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Waiting for acknowledge.
Unit
Acknowledge.
lost. Unit
Waiting
lost.
order. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
At once. Affirmative. Very well. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target. New construction options.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Primary building selected. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Acknowledge.
complete.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Acknowledge.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Repairing. Unit repaired.
Report. Acknowledged. 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 Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Select target. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Comrade, affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Awaiting affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Awaiting affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Naval unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Spy plane ready.
Yes, comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Waiting
Report
order.
acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting
Yes, sir.
order.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Acknowledged.
Mission accomplished.